Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT, back with you once again with a Survivor Series review. Yes, Survivor Series 2020. And well, this pay-per-view was tedious, to say the least. And I'm going to say this right now. The Survivor Series matchups sucked. They did. And they start off with one. And no, I'm not talking about the pre-show matches, because pre-show matches I don't care for. Anyway, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. The only memorable thing about that, Seth Rollins basically saying, "This is for the greater good." Kicks himself and gets himself eliminated, and the ball and SmackDown continues to fail. Pretty much Seth Rollins saying, "Screw you guys, I'm going home," and rolls out. Next up, this match was just boring, and no, it was just bland. And I really just want to just move on because I don't care for this match. Raw wins with a clean sweep. I laugh. I give this a 4 out of 10. Everyone else tried. They had some good moments, but after Seth Rollins lost and such, and then you had Kevin Owens got knocked down. That pretty much was the end. I didn't really care. I just didn't care. Next up, you had Street Profits versus the New Day, and this was finally we got some good stuff. I love the New Day coming out with their gears, stuff, that there's for the Gears 5. And by the way, I like the fact Big E is with them as well. Brand split. What's that? Anyway, New Day, versus Street Profits, really good match. Both teams had great chemistry. Action was on point. But also, I love the fact Kofi Kingston and Ruins were really healing it up and doing just trolling. Kofi Kingston trolling Angel Montez Ford with the red cup and everything that trolled him, and then you have Xavier saying the Profits are down and such when they take down both of the Street Profits. It was really good, really good stuff. But at the end of the day, the Profits were up, and they won it and got the smoke as they defeated the New Day. And it was a very fun match. And I hope they do it again, because I truly think this should be a main event at WrestleMania. I truly think this is not just a match, but a main event. Street Profits versus New Day for the Undisputed Tag Championships, I will buy that. Or have them go to SmackDown, or one of them go to Raw. I don't care. I want this to be the main event of WrestleMania next year. I know it won't happen, but it will be amazing. It would be a great way to end a WrestleMania. It'd be something different. It's something positive. Something people really would want to see, I bet. And then we'll get right back into the crap. But let's be honest, this match wasn't going to be any good, but it had some fun moments as Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn, U.S. champion versus Intercontinental champion. With the Hurt Business in tow, MVP Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Loved the fact that the Sami Zayn tried to do heel tactics, but the Hurt Business stopped him every turn. And I'm like, Hurt Business are heels, right? Maybe they're just confused at this point. Heels, faces, they don't care anymore. WWE doesn't care. As Sami Zayn takes the L as he was thrown like a rag doll. Lashley makes him submit with the full Nelson, and the United States champion wins. Flawless. Lashley wins. Flawless victory. And you get a segment with Jey Uso and Jimmy and Jey Uso talking about, but hey, Roman, all the stuff happened in the Survivor Series. No, they said Roman's like, no, don't take excuses. You have to be the head of the table. You have to respect me and this, that, the other. And I don't know about you, but I know people like this stuff about it, but I'm like, I mean, there's some good stuff here, but I'm getting really tired of the whole Roman Reigns trying to be the Samoan Godfather. And I'm like, yeah, if it works for you, fine. I'm like, hey, there's some good parts in it, but I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, are we really thinking Jey Uso's the main event? I'm like, no. He's great at tag teaming. But I'm like, man. Nah, man, this is not it. This is not it, man. Just Roman Reigns, he's fine, but I feel like, man, including his matches, he's just talking and talking, and I'm like, shut up, finish the guy off, and shut up. Stop talking. You're just trying to be this like, edgy and trying to be like this cool mafia don. That's not how things, man. That's what should, that's just, I'm just like, ugh, I'm tired of that. But hey, there's a segment that says, Roman's like, go home. I don't need you. I don't like being around losers and such. All right. Okay, fine. Moving on. By the way, I like the fact he said this while being on SmackDown, which WWE constantly clowns on via draft or, Survivor Series, the same pay-per-view. So you don't like to be losers, Roman. Well, guess what? You're on SmackDown when 90% of the L's of like Survivor Series and are like the draft or whatever, SmackDown takes the L's. All right. Anyway, we have next up is a SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks taking on Asuka, the Raw Women's Champion. And honestly, this was really good. This was a really good matchup. I did both. Sasha and Asuka have good chemistry with each other. The action was a little sloppy in some places, but honestly, Sasha Banks and Asuka really did some good stuff here. And I did like the finish of Asuka. Asuka hits a really powerful knee, I think, a leg and knee strike, and then Sasha Banks, counters and just hits a nice roll up and to pick up the victory. And yeah, this is good. Sasha Banks is on a bit of a roll here, and hopefully she continues a roll, maybe up to WrestleMania, and maybe she'll lose it to, maybe Bianca Belair. That'd be interesting. That'd be nice. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks, WrestleMania. Now that would be a fun match. Anyway, speaking of something that would be fun, but something that's not fun, the Team Raw versus Team SmackDown Survivor Series women's elimination match. Like the Raw one, it was not fun. It wasn't. I think this was actually because there was a lot of sloppiness here. With you have Team Raw, Nia Jax, Sonya Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce versus Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Bayley, and Natalya. There was like some like a real to me. A dangerous moment. We had like this superplex outside. We have all the women wrestlers there, and then Bayley didn't get caught at all. She just landed ass first. I'm like, who was the one who botched that? Really? I mean, that's terrible. I mean, she shouldn't. I mean, that's I hope that Bayley's okay with that. That's dangerous and such. And she got instantly eliminated, which I'm like, oh, well, I was happy. Like, good. Get her out of the ring, and hopefully she's okay. Because Bayley, even though she hasn't really done, she really hasn't. I haven't really connected with Bayley for a while. I'm like, I hope she's okay. I hope she's fine. Hopefully she is. But yeah, Team SmackDown didn't. They continued on. And then I like the fact Team Raw, basically when Lana tagged in, she actually tried to do some moves, and then they tagged her in and says, no, you do not go ring. We will not tag you. You will stand here in this steps like a child. Stand in a corner and don't do anything. And they basically wrestled for it's like basically it's a to survive. It's a traditional one. Like they only have 4 people there instead of 5. Personally, I think they should go back to 4 because I think it would be a lot. I think it would be more of a fun match type instead of just 5. Just me. But yeah, it was got a little bit better. And then you have Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan. They did some good stuff. And by the way, hopefully this iteration of the Riot Squad would actually do things instead of just make messes backstage and pretty much do nothing other than that. But yet they continue to, they did some good stuff, but at the end of the day, they got eliminated by, let's see, women's tag team champions as a Raw women's both women tag teams to go on both Raw and SmackDown. So yeah, Ruby Riott was eliminated by Sonya Blazer, and Liv Morgan was eliminated by Nia Jax. So it was, Liv Morgan eliminated Lacey Evans. But yeah, it was down to Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax and Sonya Blazer, and Lana just standing in the corner. And then Bianca Belair, she did her best. In fact, she did a really good showing here. She went to the ropes, and then she carried Sonya Baszler after she getting choked out, but she fell into the ropes, and then Sonya Baszler, just like, hey, she choked her out, and she kept choking her out, but nope, there was a 2-5 count. She got eliminated because of disqualification. Nia Jax tried to suplex Bianca Belair. I can't pronounce what it is. Bianca Belair. But she's like, nope, I'm not Lana. She fights off. She keeps fighting. Nia Jax, they both tried to get back into the ring at a 10 count. But nope, it doesn't. Bianca Belair loses. They both lose. They both counted out. And the survivor is Lana. That's right, Lana. Lana is the best. Lana is number one. Lana wins, as she is the Team Raw survivor. And Nia Jax does not look happy about that. But hey, you told her to stay in the corner, and she did. So yeah, this was a really, bad match. But here's hoping they lean something with Lana. I will hopefully to a tables match. Nia Jax versus Lana, a tables match, maybe. That'd be interesting. That'd be a fun match. Possibly. Hopefully, but honestly, be better than this one, as I give this a 4 out of 10. I don't know. Just this match really did not. The women's Survivor Series, both Survivor Series matches were terrible, and I don't know why that is. Just, I don't know. Maybe because they didn't really have anything other than just pride or whatever. And I hate that. I want something meaningful. I want something meaty for something. If these teams are what's going to be the what's something for the winner? That's what I want. I mean, if you win these matches, you get something other than the higher purse, which I think most wrestling fans don't even know or care about these days. There's like, what's the winning? What is the if you win, what is your reward? Other than pride, but that's it. Nothing really is ventured. Nothing is gained. I think the only thing that actually gained here was like the Gobbledygooker becoming 24/7 champion on the pre-show. Then, thanks to Ozawa and his like Looney Tune-esque, with Birdseed, he becomes 24/7 champion with his ninja referee after pinning the Gobbledygooker. And then R-Truth comes in, hits Tozawa with some Birdseed or whatever, and with the help of the ninja referee, wins and regains his 24/7 championship. Yay. And then we get to our main event. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, the SmackDown Universal Champion versus Raw WWE Champion, which didn't really have any build whatsoever until 2 weeks ago, which is bravo. Anyway, this was a really good match. In fact, I would say this is my match of the night. Both guys have great chemistry with each other. This is a far cry from the WrestleMania match a couple years ago. These two really did a great job here. I love the best counter I saw for some of the spear, and he got it into like the Kimura. I'm like, man, if they ended here, I honestly think they should have ended there. That would have been amazing, because I think what happened to having that, like a wrestling match end via a great counter. That would have been, and heck, it wouldn't be embarrassing with, no, it wouldn't be. It's like, hey, you got into a big, powerful hold, and that, UFC guys like, look, I'm not risk my career and such. You get back up again. It would have been, and it would have been quick. And besides, what pride do you have here from Roman Reigns getting like his arm or something like injured or whatever if he loses here? I don't get that, but that's just me. But yet, they fight on. Then Drew McIntyre became Super Drew as he kicks out after getting Samoan drop into not once, but twice into the announce table that finally breaks. Then gets speared into the barricade, kicks out at 2, kicks another spear, kicks out at 2, and then takes a Claymore. But I honestly, if the referee wasn't knocked out, Roman Reigns would have probably got pinfall, would have lost, and would have taken the L against Drew. Would have taken the L against Drew McIntyre. But then the referee's down. Then Jey Uso comes out, distracts Drew McIntyre, and long enough, Drew actually gets headbutted in the dick by Roman. Jey Uso with a super kick, and then he gets the guillotine choke. Drew McIntyre tries to fight it, but in the end, no, he falls and fails as Roman Reigns wins the match. Best match of the night, 8 out of 10, great stuff. Really, even though I think this probably will be our WrestleMania main event. And surprisingly, Roman Reigns nor Drew McIntyre were cashed in on. I'm surprised by that. They pretty much were telegraphing it, but they didn't. I don't know. Was Miz hurt? I think that would have been something. Heck, it would have been actually hilarious if actually Drew McIntyre won and then hit the Claymore afterwards, and then Miz came out, knocks out Roman Reigns, hits him with a couple of with his finisher, and then Jay tries to come out, gets super kicked by Morrison, taken out, pins and wins, and the salt would be amazing. What about salt? You want to talk about actual salt, ladies and gentlemen? People be like, Roman Reigns lost to the Miz. Oh God, Twitter would have been great. It would have been great. It would have been perfect. But WWE, they don't like actually something interesting. They like bland, uninteresting stuff. So, and then we get our farewell to Taker. We got many legends. We had Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kane, Savio Vega, Godfather, Jeff Hardy, Big Show, Shane McMahon. Let's see, the Godwins. Just Ric Flair, great legends. And did I say Savio Vega? Yeah, Savio Vega was there, and it was nice seeing all these legends, even though under the pandemic and they're all close. Hopefully none of them got the Rona. I hope not. I hope they're all safe. Then we got a great video package, and then we got Vince McMahon in the ring. Man, he sounds old. He sounds haggard. I hope Vince is maybe he needs to take a break. He needs to take some just a good nap or whatever. Cause man, he's trying to run this stuff right. He needs to chill. Dude is old, man. I don't know, man. He sounds old as hell, and I worry about him. I worry about him, man. He's 75 years old. He's old. Old Vince. Old Vince is 75, man. He's 75, and he looks and sounds his age. Oh yeah. Anyway, he introduces the Undertaker. Undertaker says I put so many souls down, but now it's time to put my soul down as well. It's time to end the Undertaker and make the Undertaker rest in peace. He kneels. He sees the hologram by Paul Bearer. It was nice, and if that was the end of the Undertaker, and it was not an end to the Undertaker, I have no issue with that, as the Undertaker can finally rest into the next Saudi Arabia show. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of the Undertaker. Farewell, Undertaker, the best big man WWE has ever had. Yeah, that's in my personal opinion. Could be wrong. Leave something in the comments below. Anyway, thank you so much for listening and watching. This is Duke CT here. Survivor Series gets a 5 out of 10. If you want to watch some great matches, just watch, ladies and gentlemen, just watch Street Profits versus New Day, Sasha Banks versus Asuka, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Those are the 3 matches, and that's it. Everything else, trash. All right. that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. This is Duke CT. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.